Hey guys, Miss Marcus here, and as you can see, we're back with the Atlético Madrid Master League, which is always so goddamn good to be doing, because everyone likes the Atlético Madrid Master League, because it's just a little bit different than everyone just playing with Southampton, or Liverpool, or Man United, or anyone else. So, yeah. So, in today's episode, we have 3 matches for you. It's actually quite a short episode. Usually these episodes go for like 9 to 10 minutes. This particular episode only goes for just over 8 minutes, roughly. It goes for like 8 minutes and like 20 seconds or something. Because not a lot happens in this episode. Actually, there's a really good game. The third game of this episode in the Liga BBVA is just absolutely fantastic. But this particular match wasn't that. It was good for the Atlético Madrid fan, but not particularly too good for the Villarreal fan. As you see here in the 14th minute of the match, Arda Turan on the ball, runs past a couple of players, as Arda Turan does. Nothing to stop him, gets a strike away. It's a pretty decent strike, but comes to nothing. And in the 45th minute of the match, Griezmann down his left-hand side crosses it in, a ridiculous cross. Senio comes flying out. It comes to Arda Turan. Turan tries to volley it in on the volley, because that's what you expect him to do on a volley. And it comes to nothing, but we were completely dominating Villarreal because they were so open, because they were doing the frontline pressure. And when you do frontline pressure, you really do open yourself up quite a lot. As you see there, we had 67% possession. We were making the opportunities, as you see here in the 54th minute of the match. Griezmann gets played for on goal from Arda Turan. And I completely jewed it back. I just cut it back to Zizniak, who hits the post, and then he pops in the back of the net after literally hitting it post, because he's just ridiculous. But Zizniak gets an opportunity, and that's the worst shot I've ever seen. That is the worst shot I've ever seen from a striker. But yeah, Zizniak makes an absolute fool of himself, and then like getting another strike away with Griezmann, comes to nothing, goes out for a corner kick, which Koke takes. Koke hits it into the back post of Zizniak. Zizniak heads it down, comes to Griezmann, and Griezmann pops in the back of the net to give us a 2-0 lead and sort of secure the match a little bit. It wasn't a particularly entertaining game against Villarreal, if you're a Villarreal fan, of course, like I'm saying, because like literally nothing happened until this last minute of the match, where they were basically through on goal. I tried to slide tackle with Miranda, made the mistake, didn't really do a good job of it, got a straight red card, and Giovanni Dos Santos hits the free kick literally nowhere. And from the resulting goal kick, comes to nothing. Basically kick the ball clear as you'd expect, and that is that. So yeah, we won 2-0 against Villarreal at the Vicente Calderon, and like I said, I think you should stay about for the third match of this episode. The second match has a really goddamn good goal in it. Best goal I've ever scored, like, in my Master League. Like, it's better than James Ward-Prowse's goal in my personal opinion. It's absolutely amazing. It's scored by one of your favourite players, or one of my favourite players anyway, the beast in the defensive midfield. You'll sort of know in a couple minutes from here, or you already know by now because you've already skimmed ahead and looked at the rest of the video, which isn't cheating, it's just annoying. But yeah, so we're faced against Schalke in the Champions League, and we sort of know we have 7 points, they have 5, Arsenal have 4, and we know that if we sort of win this match, we're more or less cemented ourselves in the final 16 of this Champions League. So I sort of went out of my way and sort of was picking the players who I knew would end up making us win this match. For some reason, I played Fernando Torres up front. Didn't really think that through, but again, Zizniak nearly missed a one-on-one situation. Well, he did miss a one-on-one situation against the goalkeeper after it being cut back to him with basically an open goal. So yeah, playing Fernando Torres makes sense. I love talking over the Champions League music because it just annoys the hell out of some people. Some people are just like, why are you talking over the music? Because it's the Champions League and you've heard it all before. If you watch football, you've heard the Champions League music before. So yeah, but we're playing at the Royal London Stadium for some ridiculous reason, and again we're facing off against Schalke, who have Barnetta, Draxler, Huntelaar, Sidney Sam. They have Goretzka, Howades, Kirchhoff, Uchida, Giefer in goal, who gave us an absolutely amazing game last time we faced them in the last episode, or the episode before that, or whatever the last time we faced them. And basically my side, I played quite a good side, the likes of Miranda, Zuma, Gamez, instead of Warren Frank, because of course he got a red card in the last game. Garcia, Koke, Griezmann, Torres, and Alessio Churchy, as you would expect, and the beast in defensive midfield, that is Morgan Schneiderlin. Is he my goal scorer? You will find out in a moment. So this game was quite an interesting game. Like I've said before, Schalke are one of those sides which aren't difficult to play against, as long as you're prepared to play against a side who could potentially outplay you. It's an interesting sort of concept behind it. But anyway, in the 25th minute of the match here, Torres on the ball, plays in Arda Turan. I'm not actually playing Alessio Church at all. He runs past 2 players, gets a strike win, it goes out for a corner kick, and from the resulting corner kick, it comes to nothing until it comes to the end of the box, where Schneiderlin chests it down and he volleys it into the back of the net for an absolutely amazing goal. Now, personally for me, that's better than James Ward-Prowse's, because it's Schneiderlin and he doesn't score goals regularly, and his shooting stats are absolutely horrific. compared to James Ward-Prowse, who's an attacking midfielder. And Schneiderlin just pops in the back of the net like it's basically nothing. Like, look at that for a strike. Right into the top corner, nothing the goalie could do about it. Absolutely amazing goal to give us a 1-0 lead. So, 1-0 lead against Schalke from an amazing goal from an amazing player. And I was so happy about this because as you can see, we were sort of dominating the match. 5 shots, 3 on target. We were sort of doing pretty decent. And as you see in the 66th minute of the match, Gana is on the ball, gives the ball to Koke. Koke runs past 2 players, gets the strike away. And it's not an easy save for the goalkeeper, but we're just testing him, because as you'd expect, we always test our players. One of the things that we just wanted to make sure about was that we wouldn't concede a goal. Like in the last game against Schalke, we sort of did pretty well up until the last minutes, and then we conceded against Huntelaar. But pretty decent defending from Miranda gives us the opportunity to get the ball away. Referee blows a whistle, and Morgan Schneiderlin's wonder goal gives us the 1-0 win, which is really happy for me. And we got 12 shots, 9 on target. I could have showed you all the shots, so there was no point because, you know, only 1 goal was scored. But for some reason, Fernando Torres got man of the match. But, you know, it makes more sense to give it to the guy who scored the goal and sort of gave us a clean sheet as well. So, I don't know. But with that win, they got 10 points. Arsenal also beat Brissain and got 7 points. So Schalke are in sort of limbo, in the Europa League limbo with 5 points. As you saw there, Antoine Griezmann has the crazy red arrow pointing up, which meant that he's meeting potential where he could go further in his career, and his overall could potentially shoot up. So in this particular game against Malaga, I went out of my way to try and score goals with Griezmann to try and get him the thing so that he can go from being like 86 rated to being like 92 potentially, just so he can go flying up in his overall rating, which will be really good for me because that means I'll just dominate with him, because he'd be like my Ronaldo or my Messi or my anything. But this game was not that sort of game for that opportunity. As you see here in the 14th minute of the match, a really good opportunity for Malaga. It comes to nothing, unfortunately for them. In the 21st minute of the match here, down the left hand side, they run past 2 men players, give it to Alberto, and Alberto pops it past Oblak to give Malaga a 1-0 lead at the La Rosaleda. And I was really sort of, not angry, but I was sort of surprised by this game. As you see in the 33rd minute of the match, and Neitron plays a really nice through ball to the same guy again, and he gives him a 2-0 lead before the half-time mark, which is just ridiculous. But as you see in the 38th minute of the match, like I said, Griezmann is just crazy in terms of his stats. Runs past 2 players, gets a cross in, and Correa heads it into the back of the net to give us 2-1. Gives a goal back just before half-time, which is always sort of essential. You always want to sort of score just before half-time to give us, especially when it's a 2-0 win for that, well, a 2-0 lead for them. But as you see there, they got another opportunity. This time Oblak saves it, and then Neitron gets a strike, and he hits the post instead of popping it in the back of the net, which I was quite surprised by, because, you know, computer usually never misses. So I'm relatively quite shocked. I'm shocked even watching it back. But as you see here, I mean, look at that. They had 7 shots, 5 on target. We had 1 shot, 1 on target, which was the goal. But as you see here in the 70th minute of the match, Koke on the ball tries to play on Zizniak, who'd come on as a substitute, and Zizniak just pings it past Guillermo Ochoa to equalise with about 20 minutes remaining in the match. And I was like, Zizniak, you absolute beast, I will never rest you again. Which I still would rest him anyway, but it doesn't matter, because in the 92nd minute of the match here, it comes to nothing, and we end up drawing with Malaga 2-2. So we're drawing more games than we really should be drawing. We should be winning these games. So as you see there, they dominate us completely. We probably didn't deserve to even win the game, because we only had 2 shots, 2 on target, and 2 goals. So yeah, but as you see there, Barcelona now have taken the top of the table. There's now 6 points clear of us. Real Madrid are 4, and we have 26 in 3rd. So if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe my channel for more, and catch you later.